Hi everyone, this is Brian with Adtran's Ensemble Edge Cloud team. In this video, we show you how to zero-touch provision or ZTP your vRouter server into operation. To follow along, you'll need a Cloudlet vRouter server, an eval account on Ensemble Edge View, and a laptop. We're using Ensemble Release 24.1, running it with the new UI look. The first time you log into Edge View, you'll be in the classic UI. But if you go to the pull down under the user icon, you can toggle between the classic UI and the new UI. And whatever you select, it persists for your future logins. To create a new vRouter instance in Edge View, we select Single Node from the deployment dropdown. The template is pretty simple. Your account will already be populated with an application for vRouter, so select that. Create a hostname for your vRouter. In the UID field, you paste a string. In your eval email, you will have received several key values you can use. Copy one and paste it here. This next form lets you define the configuration that Edge View sends down to the vRouter server after authentication. The 5 ports on the left correspond to the 5 physical ports on the vRouter server. We can define each port to be a WAN, LAN, or disable. In addition, on the WAN interfaces we can set key parameters like static or DHCP IP assignment, tagged or untagged, and IPv4 or IPv6 underlay. Finally, if you're running a 5G wireless server, you can enable that and enter the APN to be used by the wireless interface. On the right-hand side, we can change the vRouter password. And we can see the mapping between the vRouter's interface names to the physical ports. This mapping lets us build vRouter configurations that are more friendly by explicitly showing the physical port names. At the bottom, we can paste the remaining vRouter configuration we want to apply. There are also some pre-canned configurations we can select. I'm selecting the NAT gateway configuration. It builds a firewall, NAT, and DHCP between the WAN and the LAN port. Our vRouter is defined, so we click Finish. And when we return to the inventory screen, we see our new instance appears, but it has not gone through ZTP, and it's not in operation yet. Now let's look at the servers. vRouter servers can be 4-core or 8-core and have options for 10 gig and 5G wireless interfaces. In this eval, we're using the 4-core servers. So, with your server powered off, connect the ports as shown. And if you're operating behind a corporate firewall, make sure ports 500 and 4500 are open on the firewall so Cloudlet can initiate a tunnel to Edge View. Turn your laptop Wi-Fi off, open up your browser, and power up the server. After 2 to 3 minutes, the server will be up and it'll add a splash screen to your browser. At this point, we paste the same key value we selected when creating the vRouter in Edge View, and we start activation. Cloudlet will step through different ports until it finds one on which it can build a management tunnel to Edge View. You can see the progress in the text below the info line on the splash screen. After Cloudlet builds a tunnel, Edge View pushes down the initial configuration that we defined earlier. Once ZTP completes, users can end the activation process immediately or wait and a timer will do it. When activation ends, the splash screen utility is finished and that port can be disabled or used for service. You can see the entire process took about 9 minutes. Now back in Edge View on the dashboard, we see we have a single node showing green. When we click into the single node deployment screen, we see the instance we created has completed ZTP and is operational and under management of Edge View. So give this a try on your setup. And thanks for watching.